well if we gave the user a little feedback to let them know that they're not allowed to move the top one up or the bottom one down. So let's do that with a little CSS. We've used first child and last child before. It's the button we want to change the style of, not the LI, but it's the LI that will be the first child. Right? This isn't, I mean, this happens to be the first child, but down isn't the last child, because this is the first child of actions. So what we can do to target that is say something with a class of move up that is a descendant of something with a class of dino that is the first child of its parent. Get it? So here's what we're matching. We're matching the element with move up as a class, but only if it's inside a child or a descendant of something with a class of dino that is itself the first child of its parent. And what can we do? Start by just setting its background color to gray. Let's go with DDD. Refresh. It worked. Only that one turned. But we also want this to happen to the down arrow on the last one. So if you have two different selectors that you want the same rule to apply to, you just separate those selectors with commas. So put a comma after this, and then say dino last child, descendant class of move down. Refresh. And nothing happened. What gives? We've been betrayed. Guess what the last child actually is? It's the template. How do we deal with that? Well, here's how I'm going to deal with that. Let's just make it not a child anymore. It's not even showing up on the page, so there's no reason it needs to actually be in the list. It's just something there for us to copy later. So I'm just going to move it outside of the LI. And I'm going to use the code folding feature in code. If you put your mouse over the gutter, see all these minuses and things, and that lets you collapse a section of the code. Do that on a line where a tag appears, and it'll collapse all of that thing's children, everything between that and the closing tag. It's still there. It's just not showing. And then I can just cut that out and put it down here. And you'll see it copied all the lines. Now I just need to fix the indentation. And now our UL starts out empty. So the only children are the real LIs, the clones. Now if we refresh, the down arrow on the last one is grayed out. But I want to do one more thing to it besides graying it out. Well, I might also change the color of the icon to a light gray instead of white. Subtle difference, but it makes it look even more disabled. And then you can actually change the cursor. Cursor is a CSS property. And there are a whole bunch of choices, one of which is not allowed. So that'll use whatever your operating system's icon is for unpermitted actions. On my Mac, that would be this. So the icon changes when I hover over those disabled things. And if we change which one's first, the rule still works. It's whatever is first or last at the time. Give unpermitted actions a disabled appearance.